Sadly, Mother Nature is not cooperating. We have less than 10 knots of wind from the south, which is really difficult for us to sail like that. Tomorrow, however, we have almost 10 knots of wind coming straight from the east, so we should be able to sail in tomorrow. And the one thing we've learned about sailing, and I've said it over and over, is you can't be in a rush when you're sailing. So I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. We might go take the dinghy out into town. There's a little island here called Peanut Island. Yeah, I guess we'll see how the day goes, but we're gonna sail tomorrow. You want some coffee, Nikki?
Yes, thank you.
I won't stand up because I don't have pants on. And your coffee cup's back there. Hey!
That should be good.
We are officially out of dinghy fuel. Uh-oh. It's only half tank in here.
We're not going very far.
Nah. Gotta fill her up.
There's no storm on that side. And there is definitely a storm coming on that side. That it's summer, you would think it would be busy, so this stuff would all be open and bumping or something. I don't know, but it's not. It's dead as a doornail. There are some people here, so maybe it's only open on weekends, maybe winter is their season, I don't know. But it's dead. Really is just a peanut of an island. I think it took us all of like 10 minutes to walk all the way around. There we go. Did you know the name Peanut Island resulted from past plans to use the island as a terminal for shipping peanut oil? Plans for the enterprise were abandoned, but the name was retained. So it didn't have to do with the size of the island, it was they were going to use it for shipping peanut oil. Who'd have thunk? On to get fuel.
35 bucks. We got a Tobo US discount because we're members now, which is good. And they said it's cool to leave it here, and they do have trash cans so we can throw away our trash. But they said the rain's coming at 5:45, which is in about an hour, so we gotta hurry.
Talk about convenience. The grocery store is literally right next door.
I'll take that.
Hey, take me home. Boat. Welcome. Well, our sailing friends left, Dave and Christy of SV Latitude, and our winds are still looking good for tomorrow, although there is a storm headed our way, I think, for tonight. So we're gonna hunker down, get to bed early, and get up bright and early in the morning, and hopefully make it to Port St. Lucie, the second leg of our journey. As solo sailors. I'm excited. Let's hope it's as good as the first day.
Singa, are you excited about the next day? Yeah. Good morning. Last night was, 90% humidity, a low of 83 degrees. So we kicked on the AC off the batteries, and this morning I'm having to charge them up a little bit because they're at 50%. Super duper glassy outside. And we'll be out of here in about an hour once I convince Nikki to get up.
2 more hours.
Let's go sailing.
Fire up the engines, get out of here?
Yeah!
Okay. Let's do this. Alright, so I backed off to idle. We'll slowly slow down and see what our wind is, but I don't know that it's looking great. We just don't have enough of it. To get to the inlet at the time that we need to get there today, we have to make about 5 knots of average speed, and we really don't want to motor, but we know this morning is going to be light winds. It's supposed to pick up this afternoon. We are holding at 4.6. Considering we only have 4.3 knots of apparent wind, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna kill the engines. We'll see how it goes.
Because the wind is so light, I've set up this preventer to keep the boom from boom, boom, boom when we hit a wave. So that's what I'm doing now. And then I think, the wind sucks right now. It's supposed to pick up in a little bit is what our weather apps say. So we might as well drop a line in, maybe catch a little food, drink some coffee, eat some breakfast. The wind will come, right? I hope.
If you wait for it, it will come.
Exactly. I forgot what I was doing here. Wait a minute.
Too busy yapping. Oh.
What was I doing? I think maybe I was going to do one of these. Okay. That's not holding anything, and this is what's holding. It's fine. Trust me. Are we still moving?
I know, that's what I was just thinking. 2.7 knots. Not enough wind. So sad. I didn't want to move sail. Here we go.
The reason we're on such a time frame is the St. Lucie Inlet, from what I've read, is supposed to be one of the most dangerous ones in Florida because of the tidal changes and how fast and how swift the river's moving. So if we get there at the wrong time, which would be on an incoming tide, then it could be really gnarly, and apparently boats get knocked around, get sunk, who knows? That's what it says on the internet, that's what it says on some of the cruising guides. We've talked to some locals and they say it's not so bad, but we want to be careful. We're trying to arrive just before slack tide, so that way we can go in on a slack tide where it will hopefully be less crazy.
We're gonna only have 3 knots of wind until about 1 o'clock, and then it'll pick back up to about 6 knots of wind, which is still not awesome, but it's better than 3.
Question is, activate the other motor or not? We are still doing 4.7 speed over ground. Got both motors going now, 6.5 knots. We'll just motor like this for a couple hours and hopefully wait for the wind to pick up.
We'll make a great escape and we'll leave it all. We'll make a great escape before the flood.
Oh, I got scissors on my hand. I was doing a chore. Gotta slow her down.
I just put it into idle. You want me to go even slower? Is that a big one?
Might have got away when you put them in idle. Put it in idle. I didn't know.
That is a real son of a. Gotta work on our coordination with this whole fish thing. Oh, we're never gonna have dinner.
And
Hi.
enjoying the cool with the kitties.
Yeah.
Hi, kitty cats.
Well, bad news. My sailing log, it did not work like I wanted it to. It literally just sent me a screen capture of the distance we sailed. I have to find another app.
I feel it'll never hit the ground.
Well, we were actually making too good a time with the motors running, so now we're gonna slow it down a little bit and just try to sail with our absolutely no wind. Right now we're flying along at a whopping 1.2 knots. should definitely.
Just went down to 1, actually.
Oh, okay. 1 knots. As long as we're not floating backwards, we're fine. Have you told everybody why we're...
Yeah, I filled them in.
Okay.
Well, my nervousness made us go too fast and get up a little early and everything.
As to where me, I'm like, they said it's not that bad. We've got 2 engines and we're a big enough boat. You can come in anytime you want. I would have just gone in, but Safety Jason says we should go at the time they say is best. So I'm fine with that. We're in no rush. That's what we'll do.
Alright, I just heard it go zzz. Got a fish or what? Somebody tried to take a snack, but didn't bite. Now what I was actually going to show you is, wow, here's us right here. There's the St. Lucie Inlet. So we're going to be there in less than an hour. We haven't even had lunch yet, and we're not supposed to be here till 5:30. Dang it. Okay, whipped up some coconut rice, some refried beans, a little vegetarian sausage, and some chipotle jalapeno cilantro pico de gallo, and of course a little smoked Gouda cheese to go on top. Singa's watching over for us, and Nikki, you saw her earlier, she's out there talking to her aunt. Alright. Nikki, fish on! Okay, you take over the...
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna heave to very, very slowly.
Okay.
Remember, the reel goes up. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna put the camera down. Okay, gotta put the camera down. Dang it, what did we do wrong this time?
I don't know. I don't think anything. I started reeling from the moment I got over here. There was never any tension on the line. That is just the saddest thing. And there's a little chunk out of this thing too.
We'll make a great escape, and we'll leave it all.
We're passing our inlet right now. We're here about 2 hours too early, so we've got 2 hours to kill. So the game plan is we're just gonna keep sailing, go past it for a little while. Got the line in. We're gonna get a stinking fish this time. And we're not gonna heave to. We're just gonna wait, reel the fish in, and once it gets close to the boat or we get it on the boat, then we'll figure out what to do. So no heaving to, no slowing the boat down, just bring in the fish. That's the primary and only goal. Wish us luck. We've sailed about an hour past our inlet. We figure it's about time to turn around and start heading back.
We've tacked and now we're heading to our destination, and Nikki just won't let it go.
Nope. I had to get out the other pole. I can't stand myself. Gotta catch fish.
So you're just gonna stand there?
Maybe.
What you doing, honey?
Getting some ice cream.
Just how many things of ice cream do you have in there?
I don't want to talk about it. More than 3? I don't know beyond that.
No fish on this pole yet. And no fish on the pole over here. Bummer. Towboat US, towboat US, towboat US. This is incoming sailing catamaran reset into the Port St. Lucie Inlet. Over.
Vessel hailing, towboat US on Stuart. Let's go channel 07.
Switching to 07.
Roger, Cap. What can I do for you?
We are incoming for the first time, and we're just looking for a little local knowledge about the inlet. We've read that it can be dangerous if we come in at the wrong part of the tide, and I believe high tide is at 5:30, so I just wanted to call and see if you could advise at all. Thank you. Over.
What's your draft?
Our draft is 4 feet. We're in a catamaran with 240 horsepower Yanmar engines.
You won't have the problem with flat calm, top of the tide, plenty of water everywhere.
Okay, great. I appreciate it. Back to 16. Enter. All right, let's bring the sails down. Let's get in. They're very nice. Good thing we have a membership. He didn't even ask for my membership.
No, he didn't. He was happy to answer your question.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, we're head to wind and ready to bring down the main. How are we looking?
All good. Woo. It's steamy.
I see a boat coming out, and he is flying. So, he's obviously blazing through there with confidence. If that motorboat can do it, I got this.
Okay, I'm gonna get the camera. I gotta go.
Okay, bye-bye.
You're hooked. Everything turned out fine. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. In fact, it was probably the most calm inlet we've ever arrived to, and I'm sure that's because it's summer. It was high tide, slack tide, and there's no weather right now, so it was just insanely easy. And we made it into this channel. We made it into Manatee Pocket. No problems. Dropped the anchor. Had to drop twice because it didn't quite hold the first time, but I think we're fine. Our friends are gonna come over tomorrow. Maybe we'll catch a fish this time, learn how to heave to and get out of a heave to, and who knows what else. So, see you next time. Thanks for joining us.